on the record of being a big fan of the original Game Party for the Wii. And from what I've read over the internet, I am apparently the only fan of that game. I have no idea what people don't like about the title. Now, I was more critical of Game Party 2, mainly due to the $10 increase in price. I didn't think the games they had to offer in that version was worth the extra money. Now Game Party 3 is here, and I like it. It didn't have as many control issues as the other versions, and I like the main menu interface a lot more, as it was a lot cleaner and easier to navigate. The last two versions were made by Midway, and now that Midway is no more, WB has taken over the mantle of releasing these Game Party titles, and so far so good. In this title there are 19 games to choose from. They are billiards, bounce ball, bumper pool, croquet, miniature golf, racquetball, root beer tapper, smack-a-troll, beanbags, darts, hoop shot, horseshoes, lawn darts, pin cups, puck bowling, quarterback challenge, shuffleboard, skill ball, and trivia. Woo! I'm only going to really go over the new games that you can play in this version. If you want more in-depth coverage of the other games, just watch my other two reviews for the Game Party titles. Billiards. The physics seemed to be spot on, and it was very simple to pick up and play. Basically, all you do is hold the A button and then make a motion of pulling back on a stick and thrusting forward. Simple and perfect. Mini golf. Sure, the courses were really simple, but if you really enjoy mini golf, it's a great game to test your putting skills. The controls didn't feel quite right in this game, but overall it was still a lot of fun. Racquetball. As much as the little Wiiviewer didn't like this game, I did. I'm a fan of this in real life, so I am a bit biased. The idea of this game is just to hit the ball against the wall and then keep returning it until someone misses. It couldn't be easier. Bumper pool. This game was controlled alright, but the game was kind of dull compared to the regular billiards game. But it was controlled the same as the billiards game, so it was just as easy to pick up and play. Bocce Ball. You throw a white ball and then you have to see who gets the closest again to that ball with other balls that you throw. I hear the game is popular abroad, so if you guys enjoy it over there, I think the translation to a playable game is flawless. Croquet. This is the most complicated game in the whole collection, because not only does the A button come into play, but you can also use the minus button. Ooh. This game I found incredibly dull, but since I've never been a fan of croquet, that's why. But overall it controlled fine. However, the game does seem out of place with the other games in this collection. Croquet is a bit, how do I put this, high class for the rest of these games. It would be like putting polo in the game. It just doesn't seem to fit in this party type game style that they're trying to portray. Smack-a-troll. This game is very simple, and I'm sure you played this type of game before. Hit the trolls and get a high score. This is more of a filler game and not one that you'll come back to more than once. Root beer tapper. Speaking of a game you won't come back to more than once, this game plays more like a mini game than it does a full game. You fill up root beer mugs and throw it at the advancing patrons. The controls just sucked on this one, and out of all the new games, this one was the worst. You fill up the mugs and make a thrusty motion to throw the mugs, but annoyingly it would often not read my thrusty motions correctly. One of the new features I found helpful was the bar on the side, which tells you how much power you're putting into a throw. I found it very useful. There were some tweaks to the previous games if you want to try some of the new modes. Plus, some of the games have improved, like pin cups. I think the controls in this one in particular has made the game actually fun to play, unlike the first time I played it in the original Game Party. Game Party 3 was fun, and this time they priced it reasonably again at $20. There is plenty to like in this title, and if you're having a drinking party coming up, this game will be a hit with your friends with its simple to handle controls. Now I want to make this clear, since I think I'm the only defender of this series. Am I saying this is a great game? No. But it does do a great job of making a simple to pick up and play game for a party. And since that's all it ever wanted to be, it succeeds completely in that regard. And I think the game is worth a buy if you're looking for that type of game.